We are mercifully 5 days away from Roger Goodell walking to the podium in Nashville and putting the Arizona Cardinals on the clock to begin the 2019 NFL Draft. What the Jaguars will do with their pick at number 7 overall is anyone's guess. However, we have a pretty good idea, both from their in-house visits as well as pressing needs, at which positions the team is likely headed towards improving with their first-round pick. With that in mind, I decided to break down 3 potential scenarios that can face the Jaguars on Thursday from the perspective of how things play out prior to their pick, what it could cause the team to do when they're on the clock, and how it would impact their next 6 selections over the weekend. Some may seem far-fetched, but keep in mind, anything can happen in the draft. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. Scenario 1, the chalk. What happens picks? R. Kyler Murray, QB, Oklahoma SF Nick Bosa, Ohio Street. NYJ Quinnen Williams, DL, Alabama Oak Josh Allen, Edge, Kentucky TB Devin White, LB, LSU NYG Rashawn Gary, DL, Michigan. What do the Jaguars do it? The Giants select Gary with their first of 2 day 1 selections and likely wait on a quarterback with the 17th pick. This leaves the Jags with their choice from the top offensive lineman or tight end on their board, as well as a group of defensive help in Ed Oliver, Montez Sweat, and Brian Burns. Since we're taking the chalk route here, the Jaguars decide to take the highest-rated offensive lineman on their board and draft the offensive tackle from Florida, Jawan Taylor, thus ensuring no questions remain heading into camp as to who the starting 5 protecting Nick Foles will be. What did the Jaguars do next? Having addressed the offensive line with their premium pick, the Jags used their second-round selection to address the need at edge rusher with Michigan's Chase Winovich, then spend 2 third-round picks on adding to the offensive side with Miles Sanders of Penn State and Josh Oliver of San Jose State at running back and tight end, respectively. They add by BAP theory on day 3 of the draft. Scenario 2, the QB run. What happens picks? This leaves the Jaguars with some intriguing possibilities. R. Kyler Murray, QB, Oklahoma SF Nick Bosa, DL, Ohio Street. Den via NYJ, Drew Lock, QB, Missouri Oak Josh Allen, Edge, Kentucky TB Quinnen Williams, DL, Alabama NYG Daniel Jones, QB, Duke. What do the Jaguars do it? They once again stare at their choice of best offensive lineman or tight end available, and thanks to the Giants have Rashawn Gary added to the mix of Sweat and Burns. But Tampa Bay going with Williams to replace the on his was out. Gerald McCoy allows Devin White to slide into the Jaguars' lap, and while it's rare to take a linebacker this high, remember Tom Coughlin has precedent in selecting Kevin Hardy. White is as good, if not better, than Hardy was as a prospect, and allows the Jaguars to solidify the linebacker position, pairing him with Myles Jack and letting the team move on from what appears to be a souring marriage with Telvin Smith via a draft day trade, and adding additional draft picks in the process. What do the Jaguars do next? By selecting White, the Jaguars are able to trade Telvin Smith for an extra third-round pick, bringing their day 2 total selections to 4. With the added ammunition, they go heavy on the offensive side, drafting offensive tackle Caleb McGarry with their first second-round pick and trading 2 of the 3 third-round selections to move back into the second round, something Dave Caldwell has been known to do, to take Memphis running back Darrell Henderson. Finally, they address the tight end spot with their remaining third-round pick by selecting San Diego State tight end Kahale Warring. Day 3 is used to find best available edge rusher and safety. Scenario 3, Weapon X. What happens picks? Meanwhile, the Jets decide to shore up their offensive line for Sam Darnold with a somewhat surprise pick, and the Giants have Allen fall into their laps. Ari Quinnen Williams, DL, Alabama SF Nick Bosa, DL, Ohio Street. NYJ Jonah Williams, OT, Alabama O. Kyler Murray, QB, Oklahoma TB Devin White, LB, LSU NYG Josh Allen, Edge, Kentucky. What did the Jaguars do it? available to them, as well as Ed Oliver, Gary, and Sweat, but they decide to equip Nick Foles with the best offensive weapon available in their opinion and select the tight end from Iowa, Noah Fant. The Jaguars view Fant's size, speed, and big play capabilities as solving two needs in one as both a tight end and vertical threat, more so than his teammate Hawkinson, and though some scoff at the notion, Fant is shown to be the top offensive player on their board. What did the Jaguars do next? After solving the tight end issue, and probably shocking a great number of Jags fans, the team spends night 2 addressing its other needs, with the team selecting offensive tackle Titus Howard of Alabama Street in round 2, followed by Boston College's Zach Allen and David Montgomery of Iowa Street in round 3 to address the defensive end and running back spots and additional needs at safety and receiver on day 3. Let's block ads. Why?